Broadcasting from the heart of the continental United States and sailing the steel breeze of the World Wide Web, this is the Thursday Night Nexus. Good evening. Yes. Yes. It's Thursday night. Shalom, shalom, and welcome to the Nexus. James, the Idol Smasher, at the Idol Smasher. I'm James. Hi, how are you doing? I've got a camera here that just doesn't want to work anymore, so we're going to try and get it back up. And we thank you for tuning in. We do this every Thursday night right here on Rumble. We're also broadcasting live from the fine folks, or from the fine folks of X and Facebook and YouTube as well. So thank you for tuning in there. If you're watching live, we would love to hear from you. Love to have you stop by. So we're going to copy the join link and put it over here in the live chat to all the places that we stream that will accept a public chat. So if not, go to Rumble, and if not there, YouTube should have the link as well. I think X is posting it as well, and you are welcome to join in the conversation. It's basically a biblical chat, but I often go off on my own rants, and frankly, we'll talk about anything that has anything to do with the mysteries of life, to religion, to what does God want from us. Justice is what God wants. And that is this week's Parsha. We are in the wake of another transgender shooting. And I'm going to give this isn't exactly a meme, but I want to put it up here. And now that's not showing either. My goodness. Does anything work here today? Okay, so no memes of the week. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I can't post a meme? That's half the fun of this show, is getting the memes. Let me see if I can edit it and make something different. I can't even edit it. Oh my goodness. Rumble Studio, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Of all the live streams on Rumble, I have the worst. And that's not because of content, because Torah's good stuff. Okay, so no memes, no examples. I can't show you pictures. Great. Okay, well, that's just what it's about. So, another transgender shooting. They keep wanting to shoot up kids. Whether you like it or not, the transgender community has a 45% suicide rate and a 56% self-harm rate of all the violent crimes done by the smallest, one of if not the smallest section of class, if there is such a thing in our country, of this demographic is prone to violence, and they keep wanting to shoot up children. Isn't that interesting? You know, God says don't wear clothes if of a male if you're female, and of female when you're a male. And yet we're wanting to create an entire lifestyle, an entire section of our population, and we've allowed this to happen. Complacency, white guilt, some of it, yeah. Um, the hard asses of old had terrible public relations, and we didn't realize that what we were doing was letting in the cracks in the foundation, the means by which will be this nation's undoing. We can laugh at a lot of countries around the world, but we need to weep for our own first, because we're going down the tubes. This isn't going to stop. You have been, my fellow Americans, you have been far too complacent and far too nice. That's what they want you to be. It's the whole feminist thing. Nice. Well, that's not very nice. Cancer's not very nice. It's that one of the oldest things I remember from The Simpsons way back in the day. Mom, if I wear that shirt, all the kids will beat me up. Well, anybody who beats you up is not your friend. Nice. 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 Nice is one of the most horrible things we've done in Western society, is become nice. It's one thing to be diplomatic. It's one thing to be liberal. But being nice, it's that word that George Carlin talks about. Nice. Isn't he nice? Oh, aren't they nice? And how nice they are. And she's nice too. Nice. Nice isn't just, and I'd say it never will be. Justice is good. Balance is good. It's not nice. It doesn't fit into our suburbia idea of what niceness is supposed to be like. All inclusive and everybody get along. We share everything and just hold hands and squish each other. I'm not a fan. I've lost it. I almost didn't do the show tonight because I am like, if there, picture the word sardonic, or have the word sardonic in the dictionary and just slap my happy mug right there because that's me. That's me right now. I have so little good things to say about my species. Um, I'm sorry, and my fellow Americans, the people who are led by the nose, the people who still tune into TV, are going to go on thinking this is a gun problem, where you can just go into a church or go outside a church, shoot in it, and just kill a bunch of kids, knowing you're going to kill a bunch of kids. The trans people like them children. Trans people like them children. I still can't put graphics up here. What if I go to a different color? Let's change the color of our banner. Actually, we're going to go to. Let me see if I can change my brand midstream. Apparently, can't do that either. I can't show you the memes. I can't show you the stats. I can't show you what I had set up here. Wow. We'll get the Nexus on there, won't we? Let's see if I can move on to. No, if I do background, that won't work either. All right. Well, I'm about to cut this show short. I don't even want to. I'm glad to know that there are some men in Britain who have cojones, because you come off to the world like people who have none. And it appears to us like, you've fallen and we're right there behind you. And no amount of Trump and no amount of MAGA and no amount of liberalism is going to save it. Nothing. No libertarian minded ideas. That's just organized apathy. They don't get that. All they want to do is just, find reasons to blame everybody else for their behavior that they had no part in. I didn't make this an unjust world. Excuse me. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me. Me, my I, and mine. Freaking libertarians. I stand with Iran. That's a libertarian for you nowadays. Just because it's not a Jew. Those people hate Jews like you wouldn't believe, man. When someone calls themselves libertarian, underneath, I'd say there's a 3 out of 4 chance that you're going to find someone happy with the Gestapo, because that's just the kind of people they are. They're not Ron Paul. Ron Paul was one in a million, man. Ron Paul didn't awaken me. Ron Paul made what I believed in cool again. I don't know what to say. They want to bug us. We can't send thoughts and prayers. Yeah, it's a silly post maybe when it goes overboard, but when you're helpless to do really anything about it after the children are already dead, and you can't try the mother because he shoots himself, as he should. He did the right thing. Don't get me wrong. I would think twice about somebody who did all that and stayed alive. The ones who don't mind facing court for that kind of stuff. Those are the. At least this one had the decency to end his life. The suicide's against Torah. I don't ever see anything in there about justifiably killing yourself. Okay, so I need to chill out. My wife knows where I'm at right now, and she just brought me in this delicious ice cold, as we Yanks like our light beer, kosher light beer from Miller. This is not a endorsement. Alcoholism is bad. Drunk driving is bad. Giving people 17 and under is bad. Okay, bad. I know, bad. Okay, I don't care. You know what's bad? Mayor of Minneapolis saying thoughts and prayers don't mean nothing. These kids were praying when they got shot. And why do I not hate Christians like some Noahides? Because damn it, we share the same damn enemy. And it's not a pseudo idolatry or shituf either. The Christian and I have a common enemy in my country. And apparently, over in Britain, too, I was mentioning the Brits. Okay, they're not a bunch of spineless cucks because they put up a bunch of the Palestinian flag, that rip-off sack of shit, one of the biggest pieces of toilet paper ever produced. They fly it in London. So some guys decided to fly the flag of St. George. The flag of St. George, if you don't know, is a white background with a red cross. That is the flag of England. It's the English flag, not the British Empire. It's the English flag. It's like a Texan flag. It's kind of special, it's kind of special. It's not a Confederate flag, and yet if you fly one or if you put one up, they take them down in England. In England! Europeans come to America and they see flags everywhere out here. I mean, everywhere's got flags. Houses, businesses, everywhere. Cars on the highway, and they're like, one lady was like, she was very intrigued because the only time you see a national flag really is when you're crossing from one country to another and they want to let you know what side of the border you're on. Not in America. Well, it seems like some of that kind of patriotism that once was of Robin Hood. Keep your head down. Is this the spirit of England? As Robin of Sherwood would say. You've been asleep too long, he would say. Well, I'm noticing not only are they flying more flags. I saw a video today and I couldn't get it for the show. I couldn't place the picture if I wanted to now. But it was a couple of bold mates up there on his big white line of shops, right? And they go up there and in between every single shop on this white wall, they're painting a red cross, like the cross of St. George on their flag, and didn't stop, one right after the other. And there's some Pallies right over there, Palestinians pointing, and they take the camera over, and there's this Pac-Man ghost woman and her kid, and the kid, they're going away, and they're not even looking at him. Yeah, you like this, hey, And it was all in good cheer too. They weren't like heckling them or throwing rocks at them. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the brouhaha. Yes. I have a show. I can't Bluetooth stuff during a show. Tell her to get a jam box like I did in the 80s. Okay, need to get the Bluetooth off my phone. So yeah, that's nice to see there are still two Englishmen with balls. Okay, that stupid king of yours is a ball as fuck. I heard the way. Why is he even in Canada? Why bother? Golly. They're the biggest embarrassment to the. I mean, you can't. They're not parading around pygmies anymore in zoos. It's just like the biggest embarrassment they have left is Canada. All right, I'm done with that. Look, we got serious problems in this world, and telling children early on, and then having a nice little echo chamber of bronies and all these other kind of punks got to get together and say, well, if they don't accept you, then that's their fault, and the system must come down. The system must come down. Yeah. Stalin was good. Pol Pot's my hero. Che Guevara looks great on his shirt. I want to be recognized. Let me tell you something. You tell people that much bullshit all their life, and then when they get to the age of reason and can't, why are they so violent? And why do they go for kids? Where they want to shtup them or kill them? It's always about the kids, There's a great post by Groomers for Gays. I can't show you. Or Groomers Against Gays, excuse me, and I can't show you that. Can't show you a lot of stuff I wanted to show you here, and it's ruined my show. Okay, no more show. Let's read some Parsha. We'll get a little bit of this through. Rosalie, my study buddy co-host, lady of the Nexus, might be late, but the way I'm going, I might be done before she gets here. God willing, we'll get here and she can pull me out of a funk. I am not happy with my species. Oh, by the way, another thing about these libertarians, apparently there's some guy who works for the Israeli government that was caught in a sting of a bunch of guys looking for some pedo action, and they charged him. Apparently they indicted him. They had him in custody. The Israeli government paid their bail and extradited him. We have no word since. Do I really know what's going on out there? One, it's fucking Vegas. Excuse my French. I'm not supposed to say fucking. It's Vegas. So, and do we really know what goes on this all with everything that's going on and all the who knows? All I know is instead of giving him a fair trial, you've put more into the minds of people who hate you. So to the Israeli government, who's going to whine and bitch and moan about how nobody likes them, you add to that problem. You should have left him here. I don't give a shit who he is. If my court says that he needs to go, screw your diplomatic immunity. Screw your diplomatic immunity. Once you're accused of a crime, I don't give a shit. And especially at this point in time, the Jews have enough against them right now. Let's just see if they can give themselves some more. Should have left him here. You should have left him here for trial. I'm sure you could find a pro bono lawyer among all your folks. I'm sure you could take care of it, but you should have left him here because now there's a whole lot of people that have a whole new bunch of evidence that y'all are pedos, pedo circle, all that. Just like everybody, the worst things they think of you, and then you go and do something like this. The Torah reading is Shoftim. It's in the description. There's a link to it at Chabad.org. When you're looking at Chabad, you'll see the black bold, and then you have regular type. The bold is a translation of the Hebrew that you see over there to your right, and the normal type is there to just kind of fill in the blanks for you. It's commentary, but they do the best they can. Publicly available, very reliable, and they offer a lot of reading and Hebrew sources, including the entire Talmud and more. And as far as outreach go, got to give it to them. I do not believe the Rebbe is Moshiach, because we're just not done killing ourselves, are we? We just can't stop shooting up kids in church, can we? No, he wasn't the Messiah, like a lot of them believe. No, he's not. Chabad, you're wrong. End of story. End of story. Can't call him that. He's not a king. He's not a ruler. I don't even know his kid's name. Dynasty, Shminesty. All right. It's Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy chapter 16, starting at verse 18. I'm going to read a little bit, and then we'll see how things go from there. It's very important. It's one of my favorites. Before I get to this, is the other thing that's bothering me. I talked to a high schooler here in Kansas. It turns out there's at least 2 schools I know of, and I'm probably thinking there's probably a couple more, who have to change their mascot because it was the Indians. One of them is in a town called Clearwater, which is founded by the Clearwater tribe, or the nation, I guess. Clearwater, Indians. Injuns. And he seemed to get real turned off when I told him that India wasn't even a country in 1492. Columbus did not think he was in India, wrote nothing of it, knew he was on a completely different landmass. These were completely different people. The word Indian didn't come out of people's mouths, or we have no written account of it till 1493 in southern Spain. But they've convinced a lot of Indians that they were named after a country that didn't even exist at the time. It was a British invention in the 1850s. And now apparently the state of Kansas and our Chili Bowl governor probably, that woman, God, if you ever just take one look at her, you'll puke in your mouth a little bit. So if you've taken poison, look at our governor right now, and it'll come up. Don't worry. Decided that they have to change their logo. They have to change the mascot. They have to change the name. Because, the Clearwater tribe is, they might not be offended, but a lot of fucking communists are. Communists are offended. There's one thing a Democrat loves. Why you people are still alive. If I were a Democrat and had to look in the mirror in my country right now and I was an American, I'd do the right thing and blow my brains out. But that's, y'all do you. But the world is better off without you breathing. You're not good people. You don't do good work. You stand up with communists, groomers, and anti-Semites. When I say anti-Semites, I'm talking Nazi level. I'm crazy Arab stuff over there. You would side with Iran. If we got invaded, you would stand with our enemies. Shame on you. Shame on you. You think a bartender's cool, or a Jew who poses with uncooked meat and dairy sitting on it with a smile is cool. You people think Bernie Sanders is worth a shit. That's all the man produces. He hasn't done any other thing. He's been in politics his whole damn life. How many houses? And he's promoting socialism, and you believe him? You're as stupid as the Russians. You're as stupid as the Chinese. And maybe we deserve a little bit of a civil war in this country, because I think there's too many people living on the planet, period, let alone in America, when half of them aren't even human. They're subhuman. They're closer to Neanderthal, Packers, team people. People have to hunt in droves, like hyenas, the bottom feeders of the Pride Land. A lot of Americans are not human. And shame on them, because you have a choice. You could be better. You're made in the image of God. But no, you just want to dig. How farther can we get? There's bedrock. Let's dig a little deeper. Deuteronomy 16, chapter 16, verse 18. You must appoint judges and sheriffs for yourselves in all your cities that God your God is giving you, for each of your tribes. They must judge the people by rendering fair judgments. You must not pervert justice. You must not show partiality. You must not accept a bribe, for bribery blinds the eyes of the sages and perverts the just words of the Torah. Justice must you pursue in order that you live and take possession in the land that God your God is giving you. You must not plant for yourself a defiled tree or any tree near the altar of God your God that will make that you will make for yourself. You must not erect for yourself a single stoned altar, pedestal, pillar, which God your God hates. L'chaim. Thank you, Lord. It's delicious. I'll just end the show right there. You must not pervert justice. Oh, see, this is one of our laws. Us non-Jews. There's no word for non-Jew really in Talmud, but for us people who aren't Jewish, when we go to the Jews, what's one of the things that we have to do for God is build a just world. You have to be just, fair and balanced courts of justice, not courts of law like the Southerners do, like them Yankees do too. Screw all you people in America. We've perverted. It's court of law. Oh, so the law's already determined right and wrong. Yes. All right. Laws of men, baby. Laws of men. Love it. Love it. Courts of law. We're a court of law, not a court of justice. That's why it's criminal justice system, not just the justice system. Criminal justice is what you study. You don't study a just way. There's a reason why they call it criminal justice. It's not fair. It's rarely just. I think we do better if the cops were. I would think we would do better if the cops were officers of the court and not officers of the law, to be the first eyes and ears of the court, instead of being a separate branch of the court. Because a lot can be lost between the cop and the judge, especially when you have a lawyer. We call them prosecutors. So there's you, the cop, the prosecutor, then justice. Good luck. This is what gets you justice in America. And you don't even get justice. This is what gets you your ruling. This is what they're going to take out of you. This is what the court will take out of you. Right here. Moolah, dinero, baby. That's what it's all about. There are no honest courts. You just hope that they're human enough to be nice that day. Don't ever think you're going to walk into any place of justice in a court in this country. The Constitution says that you have the right to legal representative Why do they give you that? Because the courts are out to screw you. You can't stand before a court like you stand before God or like you stand before your mom and pop. They're there to screw you. That's why you need a go-between. Kind of like, the Christian idea that God's there to screw you unless you got a Jesus. When you got your magic Jesus, your actions don't matter. I got my Jesus. I got a prosecutor. I got a lawyer. The United States is an unjust nation. We do our best. But I don't think we've got a lot going for us. But it's only because we haven't been here a while. We've already there's like one guy that gets the Constitution in the whole freaking Senate and House, maybe two people. That's it. That Thomas Massey, everyone just creams their jeans over that guy. He's a dick. The guy's not. He's lower. He doesn't think. He doesn't understand. Liberty is not the end all. Liberty is not a God that we worship. Liberty is not a belief system. But this guy, he talks Constitution. Well, television is not in the Constitution, so therefore it doesn't exist. He's one of those guys. He's one of them constitutionalists. Constitution's been dead for 100 freaking years. It's been dead since 1913. It's dead. Dead as a can of Spam. Stop using it. Stop flaunting it. Stop waving it. It's dead. Nobody keeps it. Nobody follows it. Nobody of substantial power in this country believes in it. It's over. Stop that. Now what? Now that not one court in the whole freaking land keeps the Constitution, cops don't, judges don't. So the courts don't have to, and the executive doesn't have to. What the point is this Constitution BS? Didn't do much in our colleges, did it? Didn't do much for Harvard Law, did it? Where's your Constitution now, baby? You're free in this country to bullshit children on behalf of the Constitution. That's freedom of speech. There's no sedition in this country. You can call for the death of America with a megaphone. No sedition in a country of free speech. Imagine that. You wonder why your institutions are failures, why the people in power are scum. It's because you didn't want a virtuous society. You just wanted it free. Free drugs, rock and roll, free sex. I mean, it's one thing to have a party and dance and listen to music and sing and drink a bit. Do a little David dance for the sake of God. It's another than you be a perverse parody of a virtuous society. You can't be free if you're not virtuous. Go read Deuteronomy chapter 16 through. So sorry, I didn't write that part down. It's 16 through chapter 21, verse 9. There's a lot in there about just ways for war, just ways in treating each other, and it's a very big justice. A very big justice Parsha. And I think we need that now in America. If you're watching, one of my Christian viewers, one of my Christian friends, family, go ahead and read this anyway. It's going to be good for you. It's healthy. I'd have probably started kicking puppies now if I hadn't read it. No, it's not. I don't kick puppies, but I was having a really, really bad day until I read this. Now I'm having a meh day. Torah does that. And it's not always pretty. No, justice is not nice. Justice will never, ever be nice. You want nice? Die. That'd be nice. There's nothing nice about being just in a world of injustice. There's just not. There's not. When you build a civilization on BS, like men can menstruate, and we should follow our children and let them lead the way. It's over, man. You want to reject God, or you want to, for that matter, go after people who are devout enough to pray to God. It was all fun to go after Muslims. That was fun. Now it's fun to go after the Christians. Just can't get enough of going after the Jews. This is the month of Elul. Some say this is when God's heart, or God, the king is in the field, or God comes down from his throne to be commoner. It has nothing to do with God. God is omnipresent, and he's not bound by time. That's a nice way to tell children. What's really happening right now at this point in the world is we are more receptive to Hashem. At this point until Rosh Hashanah, we've got about a month, we are more susceptible to his presence. So now's a good time to get your affairs in order. The end of the year is coming up. Everything up to Rosh Hashanah. The previous year, this is not to just the Jews. This is all mankind, okay? It's the birth date of man's soul, is how they put it. The coming year is going to be determined by everything you've done this year. So try to get your affairs in order. Make good on as much as you can with your loved ones, with your friends. If you can't, that's, at least you gave it a good try. At least make the effort. But the king is in the field. Now's a good time to speak to him. If you don't speak to him much, now's a really good time. And to you, a couple folks out there watching, you know who you are, and I hope you do. And it's you can talk to God, but read Torah too. Just read it. I'm not, read, study. I just, to have it in your mind every week. Just read this, and it comes about. It's written. The reading schedule is arranged in a certain way. There's a reason for it. And I just say do first, and you'll get it later. That's kind of Judaism too. Just do it. You'll understand later. But why don't I want to put the milk and the meat together? Just separate them. I'll explain later. Just do it, or don't do it for that matter. All right, guys. Oh, there's Rosalie. I guess she's been waiting a while. Hi, Rosalie. I'll get Rosalie in here. Hi, are you here? Or is this button not working either? Can I not even accept? I can't even accept. Rosalie, if you're watching out there, I am so sorry. I haven't been able to post a meme or a video, and apparently, click, I can't accept you in the room. Huh. All right. I can't get you in here. I'm sorry, Rosalie. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm normally here, try to be here for an hour. But I'm going to cut it a little short today. We'll be here next Thursday. And hope to see you there at the Idol Smasher. And thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later. I can't end the stream either. Adios, amigos.